Oh man, I'm an alcoholic by the way, but like it took me a lot of effort, but I got over my addiction, man. I'm a whiskey guy. My favorite whiskey to drink is Monkey Shoulder. I used to try like a little bit of everything. I used to drink a little bit of like Jameson, Irish whiskey. I used to drink a little bit of Macallan, a little bit of Glenfiddich, but I would usually drink like the mid-tier level because like the high tier is like kind of expensive. I used to drink like Johnny Walker. But like my favorite like whiskey is it's like a mixed malt. It's Monkey Shoulder, yeah. I know the single malt is like better, but like, I used to drink like heavily every night. Because I have daddy issues. Nah, I'm just playing. I used to drink like 3 beers and like 5 whiskeys. And like I had a 6-pack and then it's currently down to a 2. So yeah, I got over drinking. Like I actually went for a sober-tober last year. I had like a couple of sober months where I just like, just chill, don't drink anything. It was really tough. But nowadays, I only drink like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and I would just drink beer. I haven't like re-upped my whiskey yet. Your boss has like 50 bottles of whiskey in the office, and it terrifies me. I mean, it doesn't terrify me. I know like your boss is like your boss is like a lawyer, right? I mean, you are a lawyer, so it's a high stress job. So any high stress job, you need like medicine in a sense to like kind of like kind of justify the amount of stress that you guys got to deal with. That's why I kind of like don't blame the way like somehow like sometimes like how bankers or insurance agents like they kind of hustle. I don't blame the hustle because like the amount of shit they gotta like consume to like kind of medicate themselves is like insane. Your interview question was literally, can you drink? Damn. So what did you say? I bet you say yes. I'm a heavyweight when it comes to drinking. I actually found out in college. It took me like 8 beers, 4 shots of vodka, half a bottle of Jack before I could even go down. So I'm like a heavy drinker, and I think I got it from my mom's side because my mom's brother is a heavy drinker too, and the crazy thing about alcohol is I don't have the Asian gene where my face get red. I don't have that. Like I can process alcohol quick. I can't get drunk like at all. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I was like I was really into substances when I was a kid. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 17, 18. My first like hit of weed was at 19. But obviously, ever since like I come and live in Singapore, I really respect the law over here because Singapore has like a 0 tolerance policy against like drugs. So, I respect that, man. I'm not gonna fuck with that because like the thing that I always recognize is like, since I'm living in a country that's not originally mine, it's like you gotta respect the law, man. And in Singapore, I'm a law-abiding citizen. But I really did my research. Right? I really tried to find like ways, stuff like that. Like even like vaping in Singapore is illegal, so you can't do that shit. And like I think the last time I actually smelled weed was when I think it was last year. I was at the skate park, and one of my homies was like smoking weed, and I was really tempted to get a hit. But I know for a fact that if you take a hit of weed, that shit stays in your system for 30 days. So if they ever do like blood work, or I think they might even just test your pee, right? If they find that shit in there, like, yo, you're gonna book your ass like to Changi prison. And I'm not about that life. I'm about that good life. So I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm not gonna fuck with anything like that, Siniki says your first hit of weed was when you were 30? Really? Come on, man. You're a late bloomer. Yo, I remember like smoking weed, bro. Like the first time I tried it, that was like when I was like, I think I was 19. I was in college and I was living in like my own apartment with this guy from Mauritius, right? So Mauritius is this island that was colonized by the French. And actually, like we hung out a lot, and I didn't know he smoked weed until like one day, I knocked on his door, and I heard like, I heard someone inside go like shh, and he had like a white friend like sitting with him inside, and they kind of put like a towel underneath the door, and it was like wet because they wanted the smell not to get out, but that shit don't work. I could smell it through the door. And like the white guy was like looking at me, and he was like looking at my friend, and he was like, yo, is this guy cool? And my friend was like, yeah, he's cool, let him in. And I took my first hit of weed, and like I started coughing because I was not used to the taste. And like the white guy was looking at me like, fuck, this dude is gonna waste all the good weed, right? And my friend was like, nah, he's cool, And after that point, I like kind of joined him like with smoking, right? It's like an amazing experience. Like I feel like my mental capability, like the way I thought about the world, like it's like I don't know, man. Psychedelic drugs get a really bad rap in like a lot of countries, but I think psychedelics are what is natural for your body, because your body produces psychedelics. If you guys don't even know, like there's this thing that your pineal gland produces. It's called DMT, dimethyltryptamine, and it's produced by your pineal gland. So if you are like religious or spiritual in any way, you probably heard of the third eye, right? And the third eye has been featured in ancient civilizations as like the Egyptians. So the third eye is an actual organ in your body, and it's located like directly where you think the third eye is. And it's called the pineal gland, right? It's inside your brain, and it produces DMT. And you need DMT, right? Because every time you go and sleep, you have dreams. Your dreams are caused by DMT. And dreams allow you to kind of like cleanse yourself from all like the stress. You kind of process life through your dreams. So, and if you really think about it, music, inventions, technology, all of that shit was inspired when people are in an altered state. So I believe as human beings, spiritually, we are interdimensional beings, right? We exist on this plane, but we also exist on other planes. And if you want to tap into the other planes, psychedelic drugs can help you get there. Like a lot of musicians that I really love have actually mentioned that the music that they create is not actually from them. Right? When they tap into that otherworldly dimension, they are actually borrowing like greatness from other dimensions and pulling it into ours. That's why like music has the ability to like put you into an altered state, right? So like if you really benefit in any way through music, you're actually like benefiting secondhand from psychedelic drugs that got the artists to get there in the first place. So I know sounds like a crazy tangent, but like I do believe in the benefits of psychedelic drugs, but I don't fuck with that shit because I live in a country that doesn't have any tolerance for that shit. Because so I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to get into trouble. That's all I'm saying. Cosmic says I have a client that got caught, got bailed out, got caught again, and now it's in for 6 years. Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that shit. I'm just gonna stick with my drink, because like if they blood test me or if they like check my pee, like go ahead. I got nothing to hide. Cosmic says you're spewing medical terms. Impressive. I did my homework. I'm actually a genius, Cosmic. I don't know if you know, but this is a common knowledge in my chat. My IQ is 190. I'm a part of Mensa, which is like a group of like super genius. Yeah, weed is good for your third eye, but like it depends on the weed that you take, Syndicate. Like it depends on the plan. So, they've been working on that shit. Like they're trying to cure cancer. So the weed like of today is like way stronger than before. But like honestly speaking, like I would say like I did so many psychedelics when I was like a kid. Like I lived in a year in Thailand, right? Because I was helping a friend like open up a studio. And I smoked so much weed over there. God damn. Syndicate says, I know you're smart, but don't you be a damn lizard. Nah, I'm not a lizard, bro. I think I'm like probably half-bred or some shit. You know what I mean? Like half-bred twins. Young Voldemort, if you will. I am gifted. I can play like eight instruments. Including Indian instruments. I can play the piano. I can play the tabla, the mridangam. I can play the flute. I have a photographic memory when it comes to music. I'm really good with like deciphering shapes and like remembering like stuff, but like I'm really bad with math. Because like when I was a kid, like I would get like math answers the right way. Like I'll get them correct, right? But I can't explain them. Like the teachers would always say like, yo, you copying like other students. And I was like, no, I just think that's the answer. And they were like, all right, bet, let me see the equation. And I'm like, I don't know the equation. So I fucking fail all my math exams because I would just write the answers, but I wouldn't put down the equation. You know, so I was like, fuck that. You know, I'm not even going to take the paper. You can play the recorder. The recorder's tight. But I'm kind of fucked up. Like, if you guys don't know, I'm actually on medication. I actually have ADHD. I can't focus on one thing at one time. I'm incredibly OCD. So if you come into my place, it's like everything has to be perfect. Like, I arrange my shit. I've been trying to work on that. Like, sometimes I would like leave my shit like in a mess because like I gotta try to like fix my OCD, man.